What if I told you the exact same Oceania Veranda cabin comes with a completely different set of perks and most people don't even know it exists? We just booked our next Oceania sailing and the upgrade from a veranda to a concierge level balcony was $900 for the two of us. $90 a day over a 10-day cruise. Now, I've read the Reddit threads, I've seen the cruise critic debates, and the consensus is, meh, it's just laundry and a lounge. Not worth it. But here's the thing, I've not seen anyone actually do the math. So we're going to do it right now, line by line, every single perk, a real dollar value, and then you decide. Stick around for the Spa Terrace number. That one alone changes the whole conversation. So let's talk about what concierge level actually is. It is the same balcony as a veranda cabin, same square footage, same layout. You're not paying for a bigger room. What you're paying for is a benefits package attached to the room, and I think it's a bigger package than most people realize. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to walk through every perk, tell you what it actually gets you, not just the brochure bullet point, and put a real dollar value estimate on it based on what Oceania charges a la carte or my personal value. At the end, we'll stack it all up against that $900 surcharge. If you're the kind of traveler who values detail over drama, you're in the right place. So let's start with the first perk, priority specialty dining. This one is bigger than people think. Concierge level books specialty dining 60 days before sailing. Regular veranda, 45 days. Here is the chart that will show you how many rooms get to book before and after you. Note that penthouse suites are 15 days in advance of concierge, but to keep booking fair, penthouse and concierge guests are restricted to reserving one table per specialty restaurant initially. This ensures penthouses at 75 days do not completely drain the inventory before your 60-day window opens. That 15-day head start means concierge guests get first pick of times and tables after the larger suites. On Oceania, specialty restaurants can fill up fast, especially the 7 and 7:30 slots. If you don't want to share a table with strangers, or if you have a specific time preference, those 15 days could be the difference between getting exactly what you want and taking whatever's left. Also note that Oceania does not release all inventory for pre-booking. So let's talk about the concierge next advantage here. Concierge level boards at noon, regular veranda boards at least an hour later. Now, an hour may not sound like much until you realize that noon boarding means you can head directly to the dining reservation desk an hour earlier to secure more reservations, settle into your cabin, and begin to enjoy your cruise. On a ship you've never sailed before, that head start is real. So let's talk about the dining and in-cabin perks now that you're on board. Your cabin arrives with a bottle of champagne, chilled, ready to go. Now, Oceania's wine list prices this in the $45 range on board. It's not Dom Perignon, no, but it's a perfectly nice way to start your cruise at 5 o'clock on a sail away day. Absolutely. This is the perk that's hardest to put a number on, but for the right person, it might be the most valuable one on the list. Standard Oceania room service gives you a limited menu. Breakfast is fine, but lunch and dinner, it's the basics. Concierge level unlocks the full grand dining room menu for both lunch and dinner delivered to your cabin. That's a huge step up for room service variety. Now, why does this matter? Maybe you have mobility issues and getting to the dining room is a chore. Maybe you're feeling under the weather and don't want to sit in a crowd. Or maybe, and I've heard this from more of you than you'd expect, you're just someone who gets anxious in a big dining room and would rather eat quietly in your room. And maybe you're just tired after a long excursion day. If you're that person, this perk is enormous. You're not settling for a club sandwich day after day. You're getting the grand dining room's risotto, the fresh pasta, the seafood, in your robe, in your room, wherever you want. So here's some nice to haves. The cashmere lap blanket is lovely. You'll use it on the balcony in a cool evening. You can't take it home, but the experience has value. The Oceania logo tote bag goes home with you. It's a decent sized tote. We used ours daily. And the shoe sign is one of those things that maybe you'd never pay for yourself, but it's oddly nice to have. Let's move on to the biggies. Okay, so here's where the conversation changes. The Aquamar Spa Terrace is a private, serene outdoor space at the front of the ship. Thalassotherapy pool, Heated towel loungers, whirlpools, ocean views, fewer people, no crowds. It is a quiet escape on the ship, typically. And here's what most people don't know. If you're not in a concierge level or above, you either need to book a spa treatment or buy a day pass. That day pass costs $25 per person per day. For a 10-day sailing with 2 of you, that could be up to $500 if you wanted to use the space every day. Concierge level gives it to you unlimited and included. Now, are you really going to use it every single day? Maybe not. But even 3 or 4 visits for that, and you're at $150 to $200 in value. And for the kind of traveler who prioritizes a quiet, smaller space over the main pool deck, you might go there every morning. We have spent entire sea days at this spa terrace. It's really one of the best spaces on the ship, in our opinion. And the next best space? The Concierge Lounge. This is key card access only on Marina, Riviera, Vista, Allura. Complimentary specialty coffees, soft drinks, snacks throughout the day. So every morning, Doug would make me peanut butter toast and get our coffee from the lounge. Every morning. It became our ritual. So here's what we do. We bring our insulated thermos cups, pour from the Oceania cup into our tumbler, and it stays hot all morning. It's a little thing, but it matters. But the real value outside of a comfy place to relax, snacks, and coffee? A dedicated concierge. A dedicated person to help with restaurant reservations, shore excursions, or any issue during the voyage. You're not standing in line at guest services. You're not waiting on hold. It's one person who knows your name and they have dedicated hours. I call both of these, the Spa Terrace and the Concierge Lounge, major benefits of concierge class. So let's talk about the laundry benefit really quick though. So I'm giving laundry its own section because this is the perk Reddit dismisses most, and it might be the most underrated on the list. 3 bags of laundry, wash and fold, up to 20 garments per bag per stateroom. That's up to 60 items over the course of your sailing. Oceania typically charges $24.95 per bag if you pay out of pocket. There are self-service laundry rooms if you don't mind spending your vacation time doing laundry, of course. But if you'd rather hand over a bag and get everything back fresh and folded, 3 bags, $24.95 each, at $74.85 in value. Here's why this matters more than you think. If you're a retiree traveling light, and most of you watching me are, you pack for 10 days, maybe 12. By day 6, you got a pile of laundry. You can spend an hour in the self-service laundry room on deck 9, or you can drop off a bag and pick it up the next day. Done. That's not just money, that's vacation time. So let me talk about the entire story here then. So here it is, every perk, every value I've assigned in one slide. The concierge uplift for this sailing was $900 for our 10-day sailing. $900. I looked at 3 different sailings over the next 18 months, and the range was somewhere between $900 and $1,100 typically. But this can vary, of course. So is concierge level worth it? It depends. I'm not going to give you a fake answer. If you're someone who uses the spa, values quiet spaces, eats breakfast in the lounge, needs the grand dining room menu experience in your room, and appreciates not doing your own laundry on vacation, concierge level gives the nod. If you're off the ship at every port from 8 a.m. to 5, you never visit the spa, you eat every meal in the grand dining room, you might not even crack even, and that's fine. Oceania's Veranda is a beautiful cabin. But the people of Reddit saying it's just laundry in a lounge, we're just showing you more than that. So my 2 cents, the upgrade isn't for everyone, but the upgrade is worth more than what most people think. Have you sailed concierge level on Oceania? Was it worth it for you? Leave a comment. I read every single one, and I'd love to hear your experience, especially if you found value in a perk I didn't highlight here. What did I miss? You're all very good at letting me know that. We have an updated for 2026 full Oceania tips and tricks here if you want our advice on what you need to know before you book Oceania. If you like detail, not drama, hit subscribe. And if you're booking an Oceania cruise and wondering whether concierge is right for your sailing, take the math in this video, adjust it for your trip and your habits, and make the call. That's what the numbers are for. Until next time, wander well.